If you live in Mexico long enough, someone will ask you to pay them via transferencia or via transfer. Getting paid by having someone deposit money directly into your bank account is a very common free way to get paid here in Mexico. It's also instant. So a lot of people who might work for you, like we have a Spanish tutor for our son, we have household help, we have a gardener, they all want to be paid either in cash or with a transfer, which again is free and lands directly in their bank account. The problem with doing that is if you are here on a tourist visa or even some temporary residency visas, the banks here will not let you open a local bank account, which means you can't send money from a foreign bank account to a CLABE. You have to have it from a local bank account to a local CLABE. So the way you get around this is with an awesome little app called DolarApp. I use it almost every day here in Mexico, and I wanted to make a video to walk you through some of the features in DolarApp because I truly believe it is one of the better apps for doing this kind of thing. And no, they're not asking me to promote them. So this is what DolarApp looks like in the App Store. Let's go ahead and open it. Here's the starting screen. I want to open up my profile on the top left just to show you the fee structure. One of my favorite things is the fees are transparent and so easy to use. Click on account fees. So there are two tiers. There's a standard tier and there's a premium tier. I just use the free one because I don't need the premium features, but here's where you can see the different pros and cons of those types of accounts. What I want to highlight here is if you go down to top-ups and withdrawals, this is basically the cost for you to top up your account, which is to add money into it, essentially. If I want to add $10 or $100 or $10,000, all I will ever pay is $3. It's not a percent. It doesn't go up or down based on how much you transfer. It's a flat $3 every time. So it kind of behooves you to transfer a higher amount to take advantage of that flat fee. And note right there at the bottom where it says with pesos. This means when I pay somebody out of my DolarApp balance to someone in pesos, like my son's tutor, there's no cost to do that. I just put in their CLABE and click send and it's free. In some ways, it's kind of like the Mexican Venmo, if that makes sense. And then if I ever want to move my money back out from this app back to US dollars, then I pay $3 again. The way DolarApp works is you fund your money with US dollars, they take your dollars behind the scene, and they buy what's called USDC, US dollar coin. This is a coin kind of like Bitcoin, but don't get all weird and crypto on me. This is a stable coin, which means it is tied directly to the value of the US dollar. So instead of these guys acting like your bank and holding your money for you, you're simply funding this account and you're buying US dollar coin, which means the value of this account isn't even held in DolarApp. It's held in your asset that you're holding called US dollar coin. All that to say, you don't need to know all that. All you need to know is that you fund the account with, in my case, I have 419 US dollars, USDC, in this account that I can use how I'd like. And the way I use that is to pay people. So let's go through that process. I go down here to the bottom where it says send. And then right here, it has my current recipients, people that I send money to quite frequently. If I need to pay my tutor, I literally just click her name, put in the amount I want to send her, and click send. It takes me less than 10 seconds. If I need to add a new recipient, I click new recipient there at the bottom. It asks me, is this person Mexico, Europe, the US? Click on Mexico. It asks me their first name, their last name, and their CLABE. CLABE is kind of like a debit card number. It's like a unique bank account number. And it sounds in the US, you're like, I'm not sharing my bank account number with anyone. Here in Mexico, it's very common to share your CLABE. It's like your unique number that people can deposit money into. So it's not weird for someone to ask you for a CLABE or to share a CLABE with you. So right here is where I would add the person in, first and last name, put in their CLABE, click next. Then it asks me, how much do I want to send them? I can put in US dollar or pesos. I put in the pesos amount. It converts it at today's rate. There's no markup on the exchange. I click send. Super easy. You can also receive US dollar coin from other DolarApp members. So a lot of the expats that I know here use DolarApp. So if I wanted to receive money from them, sort of an international Venmo, I just click on receive right there at the bottom. I pick in DolarApp, request from a friend, and it's going to ask me to put in their dollar tag. The dollar tag you can find in your profile here at the top left. Right there at the very top, you can see there is my dollar tag. So people can send money directly to me and it will show up right here inside of DolarApp. One of the underrated features that I think is the killer feature that nobody knows about or nobody seems to use in DolarApp is the ability to create Mexican denominated virtual credit cards. So right here at the bottom, you see cards. I click on that. Here you can see I have a virtual credit card. So the question is, why do I need that? Why can't I just use my American credit card? Well, in a lot of places, you can just use your American credit card. That's what I do. But there are some Mexican businesses, usually big sort of state type of businesses, who will only accept credit cards from Mexico. I had an airline that I was trying to book tickets on here in Mexico, a local airline that would only accept Mexican credit cards. A lot of the utility bill companies, like CFE, the electricity company, Aguacon, the water company, or Telmex, the big internet company here, would only accept Mexican credit cards on their apps and on their website. And so, as an American with an American credit card, like, what do? You know, you want to pay your bill, but they don't let you pay it. So you have to figure out a way around that. You have to go to the OXXO, and then you pay OXXO, a $1 commission to pay your bill, which is basically what I do. Or you can use this virtual credit card if you would like to pay those utilities. Another reason you want to use a virtual credit card is signing up for services like Netflix or Disney Plus are significantly cheaper here in Mexico, like half the price. But in order to sign up for them, you go through the sign up procedure and then you put in a credit card that's an American credit card and they won't let you do it. They say, no, it needs to be a Mexican credit card. So you can then go here, create a virtual credit card like I've done. In fact, if you go to card transactions, you can see that I've used this for my electric bill, for Disney Plus, and for Cinemex, which is the one of the movie chains here in Mexico. So their app would only let me do it through a Mexican credit card. Also, Disney, CFE is the power company. So that's basically what I use this virtual credit card for. Just the other day in one of the expat forums, a lady was saying, hey, I own a condo in Playa, but I'm currently in the US and I have to pay my water bill, but the website won't take my American credit card. Like, what do I do? And I said, well, go to DolarApp and just create a virtual credit card, which pulls off of your DolarApp balance and just pay it that way. Like, they don't know any different. So on this screen right here, you can see I can either show the card details, I can freeze the card so nobody can charge on it. I can go see my card transactions. Deep in the settings here, I can have them send me a statement, whatever I want. I don't want all that, but it is available here. But the ability to create and manage virtual Mexican denominated credit cards is DolarApp's secret in the hole. Most people don't know you can do that. They just kind of do these workarounds, like you have to try and go to OXXO or try and do this thing. But creating this virtual credit card right inside DolarApp is one of the best kept secrets. So if you're thinking about coming to Mexico for either, a week, a month, a year, I would recommend you download and use DolarApp. It is the easiest way to get your US dollars into Mexican pesos and to be able to interact here with the locals because they will all want you to deposit into the CLABE. But you cannot do it if you don't have a Mexican bank account and also like money in that bank account, right? Here in DolarApp, I can easily move money in and out of DolarApp for a very low cost. But if I put all my money in a Mexican bank account, then I've got to do a currency exchange and move it back out, and it's just such a headache. I've used DolarApp for about 10 months now, and I've had a wonderful experience with it. There are some people online that talk about how one of the banks that backed DolarApp filed for bankruptcy or there was something that happened there. While I understand that could be a concern, that hasn't deterred me because I understand what's happening on the back end is that there isn't a bank holding my money. I am holding my money in US dollar coins. In fact, I trust DolarApp so much, I actually bought my car through DolarApp. When I was going through the negotiation process of buying my car that we have here, they asked me how I wanted to pay, and I just said, oh, I'll just deposit pesos into your CLABE. And they were like, great. And so what did I do? I opened my linked bank account in DolarApp, and I pushed a 5-digit number from my US dollar account into the Mexican CLABE of the person that I bought my car from, and that only cost me $3. Imagine what that would have cost me if I'd done that through a big bank. I would have paid a crazy international wire fee. I would have paid some percentage markup if I'd gone through Wise or these other providers. But for $3, I moved a 5-digit US dollar number from my US bank account directly into the bank account of the lady that I bought my car from. So DolarApp works great. If you're going to be here, I highly recommend you use it. If you found this video helpful, give me a like and a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. See you in the next video.